Having competed at 3 Olympic Games, it's just an unbelievable movement. I've always loved the sort of history of the Games anyway, and for me being somebody very passionate from the age of 14 to want to be an Olympic champion, the Games meant so much. Athens in 2004, obviously, for me was the pinnacle of my sporting career. Something, of course, I'll never ever forget. You know, Athens definitely changed my life in a way that everything that I'd ever worked for, every moment that I'd pushed my body to the extreme, every tear that I cried, you know, it was all worthwhile. But I never dreamt of winning 2 gold medals, which is kind of the strange thing. So over my career, I'd won 10 medals at major championships and 5 had actually been in the 800 metres. So I believed that I could win a medal, but I never once for 1 second believed it would be gold. And then the 1500 metres is actually what I dreamt of winning since I was 14. It's quite hard to describe to people how embedded in me it was to actually try and be this Olympic champion. It's why I never gave up. And when I crossed the line, oh my gosh, it was just the most amazing experience you can ever go through. And it was like a ton weight just lifted off my shoulders. You try so hard to do something, you put your life into it, you know, and it's almost overruns and overpowers you. But finally getting that was just like, you know, the best feeling ever. So I'm one of the ambassadors for Team GB. That gives me the chance to work with some of the teams quite closely. There's going to be about 75% of the team as first time they've taken part in Olympic Games. You can imagine how overwhelming that's going to be. The great thing about the Olympic Games is that new stars are born, people that, you know, aren't in the public eye right now. There's always going to be, you know, the established athletes. You hope Rebecca Adlington, I think, you know, she's a good bet for gold in the 800 metres, swimming again. Chris Hoy, of course, I'm sure it'll be his last Olympic Games, and I'm sure he would love to come back and replicate what he did in Beijing, winning 3 gold medals. I think everybody is really looking forward to what people call as a showcase event at the Olympic Games in the stadium, in particular the men's 100 metres with Usain Bolt. I mean, he's head and shoulders above the rest. You know, providing he doesn't false start, he's there injury-free, one piece, healthy, I think he'll blow the field away. But in the 200 metres, he's definitely got to watch out, because Jamaica are, you know, full of amazing talent. And Blake, who's a 200 metre runner, has won the 2nd fastest time in the world. I think on a he's given day, he could give Bolt a run for his money. What the Games brings to London and Great Britain is a real kind of hope and inspiration. We've taken an area of real deprivation and regenerated it to give people in that community a real feeling of aspiration and, you know, importance almost. You know, this is an area that was just completely unused and left. Now this is going to be the focal point for the world, and everybody around there is going to, you know, feel part of that movement. And also involvement on the Games is my charity, Dame Kelly Holmes Legacy Trust. We've been helping LOCOG and BP run the Young Leaders Programme, which is a personal development programme to help young people aspire to be someone in their own lives, and they get a role at the Olympic Games as a volunteer, so that's great. I've always been really passionate about helping young people from disadvantaged backgrounds. The work that I've done with Laureus, I've seen that around the world. I've been to South Africa, and you go into a township, and the hope that you bring those young people who get that opportunity for change almost is remarkable. So I got the opportunity to go to the Laureus World Sports Awards in 2005. I was nominated to win World Sportswoman of the Year that year. And, you know, it's one of those things, you get a nomination and you're really proud of that almost, but you look at all the other people on the list and you just think, oh, it'd be nice to win, but you don't expect to.
And the Laureus for Sportswoman of the Year goes to
Kelly Holmes.
And then I was announced as the winner, and it's just really nice to get those accolades. And Laureus is so big and well respected, and especially in the sporting world, you know, to get a Laureus Sports Award, it sits proudly in my cabinet.